up, Taters, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have a very special collab drop that we're going to be going over. We're finally getting the Youngla and Boys Collab. I'm so excited for this drop. I know y'all have been teased about it for a little while now, but we are finally getting it. So I'm super excited to go over all the pieces. This drop will be going live on April 8th, so this Tuesday at 12 p.m. PST, 2 p.m. CST, and 3 p.m. EST. So as always, have your calendars marked, have your alarms set. I, of course, will be sharing a countdown over on my Instagram stories the day of launch. You guys can turn on the notifications for that, and it will alert you the time of drop. That way you have that little extra reminder just in case you're little busy bees like me and you need something on your phone going off to let you know to get on the website. However, we all know what a collab with Youngla means, that the pieces are going to sell extremely fast. I do have to warn you guys, be on the site like 5 to 10 minutes early. Keep refreshing that page as the time gets closer to the exact minute of launch. Because as you guys know, a lot of the Youngla collab pieces do sell out within minutes. So I'm not trying to say this to scare you guys, but I am just trying to say this to make sure that you guys have as much opportunity as anyone else to get the pieces that you really want. I would suggest going ahead and going to the preview, which I do have linked down below. You can go ahead and view everything, pick out all the pieces that you could possibly want. I also suggest grabbing the pieces that you absolutely feel like you could not live with yourself if you didn't get, you know what I mean? Like your absolute favorite pieces, go ahead, put those in your cart and check out. And then if there's any other pieces that you were kind of on the fence about, maybe you want it, maybe you don't, you can live without it, go back for a separate checkout for those, because items sell out so fast. I know there can be items already stacked in your cart, but if someone else checks out before you, you end up losing those items. So I always suggest doing a absolute necessity needs and then doing a want checkout, kind of two separate checkouts. That way you can at least guarantee that you get some pieces. All right, and before we get into this haul, I did want to go ahead and go over my measurements. That way you guys kind of know how sizing fits on me. I am 5'8", I'm about 155 pounds. My measurements are 36, 29, 42. That is a bust, waist, hip ratio. And as always, I will be going over all the sizes that I chose to get in every single piece from this drop. All right, and starting off strong with some new graphic tees. I absolutely love when Youngla does really cool graphic tees. I know in the last month's launch, we didn't really have a whole lot of graphic tees, so I was super hyped whenever I saw that we are not only getting one set of graphic tees, we're getting 2 different sets of graphic tees in this drop for the boys. All right, and starting off with the first batch of graphic tees that we're gonna get 5 different designs in this first kind of like group. These are gonna be labeled the boys graphic tees, so these are gonna come with a bunch of different designs on them. I did happen to get every single design, so don't you worry, we're gonna go over every single one. All right, and the first design that we're gonna go over is the one that I'm currently wearing. I do have on the boys splatter tee. That's the title of this one. As you can see, makes sense. It's like a paint splatter design. You get the boys on there, you get them all, you get Huey, you get the butcher. Y'all know the drill. And then here is what the back of the tee looks like. You do get kind of like some little paint splatter going across, and you get the Youngla X the boys on the back of it. I absolutely love this tee. I love all the tees, but this one in particular, I think it's a paint splatter. I don't know why. I think I'm just drawn to the paint splatter, but I really do love this one. All right, and the next tee that you're gonna get is the Billy Butcher graphic tee. It is gonna come with Billy Butcher on the front. This one is going to have a relatively plain back aside from the Youngla X the boys on the back, but I do like this one, and they go perfectly with the sweats that are dropping. We're gonna go over those in just a little bit. All right, and the next design that we're gonna get is called the FK Soups. You can put 2 and 2 together. You know what that means. I'm not gonna say it on here, but yeah. All right, and the next tee that we're gonna get is the Homelander City tee. You, of course, are going to get Homelander's face on the front of this. You're also gonna get this kind of like paint splatter design that has some wording up in there. It says, "The only man, the sky is me, and no one can stop me." So the front of this tee is a little more toned down. It's not as big, bright, and out there. You are gonna get this little, the boys Youngla design on the sleeve. Now the back is where this one kind of steals the show. Very vibrant. I love the blue clash with the red. I think it's super cool, but yeah, this is the Homelander City tee. Right, and the last design out of the graphic tees that they're launching is going to be the Homelander Explosion. You, of course, are going to get the Homelander on the front, and then you kind of get this explosive design that goes all the way around to the back of this. You also get this little Youngla X the boys little piece on the side. So this t-shirt design kind of wraps all the way around. I love whenever Youngla does t-shirts like this. So with all those t-shirts, I did choose to get a size 2XL, and then with the shirt that I'm currently wearing is a size 2XL, so that you guys kind of get to see for reference. And now these are going to be a normal length tee. These are no longer the crop tees, and in my opinion, these tees feel a little bit lighter. I know they're kind of going into more of their summer materials, which means they're going to be a little bit more lightweight, a little bit more stretchy, stuff like that. They're not as heavyweight as their winter blend. And with that, I would compare the Boys collab to the AOT or even the Trendtech collab shirts. Honestly, those are my favorite shirts. This is my favorite material that Youngla does. It just feels way more light and breathable, and I honestly love it more, especially for in the gym. All right, and moving on to the next set of graphic tees that we're gonna get from Youngla. These are called the Boys Campaign tees. Now, don't think that these are two different types of blends. They're literally the exact same blend. However, the design on the campaign tees does stay relatively similar throughout all of them. They're just with different characters on the front. So again, the material on these tees is comparative to the AOT or the Trendtech collab tees. And then on these tees, you are going to get 4 different designs, which means you're going to get 4 different characters on each of the tees. All right, and the first design that we're going to go over is obviously the one that I have on, which is the Homelander shirt. You are going to get Homelander on the front of it. As you can see, you do get kind of like, I feel like this is like what you would see on like a campaign poster, which might be why they did the campaign tees, like labeled them campaign tees. But yeah, I honestly really love these. In the back of all of these campaign tees, you do get whatever character you chose his name, like kind of across the mid back in red, like paint splatter. I think it's a really nice touch. I don't know about y'all, but let's go ahead and go over all the other designs. All right, and the next character that we're gonna go over is the Black Noir campaign tee. So you do get, of course, Black Noir on the front of this. Again, the same kind of like poster style, same kind of like color scheme going on, but it does say Black Noir on the back of this tee. And of course, Youngla had to include some more Billy Butcher on this one. So we do get a Billy Butcher campaign tee. And then of course, on the back, it does say Butcher in the red paint splatter. All right, and last character that we're gonna get in the campaign tees, we're going to get the Soldier Boy on one of them. Again, same color scheme. And then on the back, you do get the words Soldier Boy spray painted on the back. And again, with these tees, I did choose to get a size 2XL just because I personally prefer t-shirts to be more on the oversized side. I just love a big oversized tee. So y'all do whatever size you typically get, especially in either the Trendtech or the AOT. Keep in mind that these are not a crop tee. These are going to be a full length, regular size 2XL tee. All right, and up next, we're going over the hoodies that are dropping for the new Boys collab. We are gonna get 3 different designs in these, and I did happen to get all 3 so that I could show you guys exactly what you're getting. So the first design of the hoodies that we're gonna go over is called the Boys. Of course, you do get a giant the Boys in the front, but you also get all of the 7 across the front of this hoodie as well. And then on the back of this hoodie, you do get F Soups spray painted on the back in the same way that you do on the campaign tees. And then on this hoodie, you are also going to get a little Youngla, the Boys, kind of on the hood portion of the hoodie. All right, now in this hoodie, I did choose to get a size large. I know, shocker, not a 2XL. What is Taylor doing? I don't know, did she lose her mind? No, because she did happen to get a size 2XL in one of the other hoodies. However, we're gonna go over this one first. So this is how a large fits on me for sizing reference for you guys. And then I also chose to get another hoodie in the same size large, so it's going to fit the exact same. However, I'm just gonna go over all the details while it's on a hanger. So this hoodie here is called the Diabolical, which as you can see, it says Diabolical on the front, but you get this red paint splatter of the Boys. I do like this one because you get some really cool designs down the side of the sleeves on these. And then the back is honestly where it steals the show for me. I think this is just like the coolest design of all the Boys looking down on you, and it says Youngla in the middle. And then on the hood, again, you get more of that paint splatter design, and this one just says F Soups and Youngla X the Boys. All right, and the next hoodie that we're gonna go over is called the Homelander Art Hoodie. Now this is the one hoodie that I did choose to get in a size 2XL because y'all know I can't go against my ways. I must grab at least one hoodie in the largest size that they offer so that I can rot in it. You know, we all need a good rotten hoodie. Now on this hoodie, you are going to get this giant Homelander design on the front as well as the Boys. Then you are also gonna get some pretty cool lettering, logoing on the sleeves of these. This one says, "You think I'm crazy." I love that. And then the back of this hoodie says, "You need me," in that same spray paint lettering that we saw on the campaign tees. And then on the hood of this one, you get an I am better. Love that. This hoodie just screams Homelander. So yeah, if you're a big fan of Homelander, this is the hoodie for you. All right, and next up we have the boys cutoffs, because we all know it wouldn't be a Youngla drop without some cutoffs in there. So we are gonna get 4 different designs on these. I did only happen to grab one of the cutoff designs. However, the other cutoff designs are on t-shirts already. This is the only one that's not on a t-shirt necessarily. And I did choose to get it in a size small. So here is how a small fits on me. Now this design here is called the Diabolical design. It has the same kind of like somewhat design that you get on the Diabolical hoodie. However, I just wanted it on a cutoff, and I did choose to get it in a size small so that I could do my whole tuck around thingy. Hold on, I'll do it for my ladies. All right, and then this is how I typically like to style my cutoffs. This is why I get a size small, so that I can tuck all of the extra material into the inside of my sports bra, and it just kind of gives you like a little cropped shirt look. I personally get a size small for this. However, I do choose to get a size 2XL in the cutoffs at times too, and I just do a little tuck into either the back of my sports bra or the side of my shorts if I want a more oversized cutoff. All right, and in these cutoffs, you are also going to get an FK Soups design, a Homelander art design, and a The Boys design. Now moving on to the new sweats that are dropping, we are only going to get 2 different designs in these sweats. So you have a lot less options, but that honestly makes checkout a little bit easier. So I wanted to go ahead and show you guys what these sweats look like as far as the designs up front, and then I'll put them on and show you how they fit on my body. So the first design that we're gonna get is the Billy Butcher design. As you see, this resembles the design that is on the very first graphic tee that I showed you guys. So you can either choose the Billy Butcher sweats, which have this along the left side of the leg, or you can choose the Homelander sweats, which also have this huge giant panel design on the left side of the leg, or you can get both. And then you can pair it with all of the tees and hoodies that you get from this drop. And then on both of the sweats, you are gonna get this little Youngla x The Boys design on the back right cheek of the pocket that comes on all of the sweats. So the design will be the same on both the sweats. All right, I went ahead and brought you guys down that way I could show you guys what these sweats look like on me. These are a size large on me. I'm typically a size large in all sweats from Youngla or Youngla for her. So I would say stay true to size on the sweats. And as I mentioned in the beginning, I am 5'8". This is how the length fits on me. Honestly, the perfect length for me. However, if you are on the shorter side, you can just roll the waistband once and it brings them up a good like 2 or 3 inches. Just so if you are on the shorter side, please don't stray away from the sweats. You can always roll the waistband and you look just as fine in them. And with these sweats, they do feel a lot like the Attack on Titan sweats. On the inside, the material is more like that terry material, so you don't have to worry about them being super, super fuzzy or heavyweight for the summertime. And they're not gonna leave those little fuzzies on your leg if you forget to wash them before your first time wearing them in the gym and you sweat a lot. We've all been there, we've all done that. I do that every single time, actually. And I end up looking like a gorilla at the end of my workout because my legs look hairy. And so do my arms from hoodies. But that's a me problem. Maybe you guys don't do that. Maybe you do. Then we're in this together. We understand the struggle together. And then on the inside of these sweats, we do get some drawstrings just in case you guys need to tie them up so that they fit on your waist just a wee bit better. However, I like how they look just as a size large without them being tied up. I always wear some sort of Youngla for her short underneath it anyway, so yeah. All right, my taters, that is everything that is dropping from Youngla and the Boys Collab. It's going to be dropping this Tuesday, okay? I'm just trying to warn you guys. I'm just trying to warn you guys that this launch is gonna go crazy, all right? I hope this try on haul was helpful for you guys. As always, if you have any questions at all regarding anything, please feel free to reach out to me. You can drop any questions that you have down below in the comments, or you can always DM me on my Instagram or my Snapchat. I'm active on all those platforms and am more than happy to answer any questions that you guys may have. As always, don't forget to use code TATER. It will save you 15% off of anything Youngla or Youngla for her. Even the collabs, it'll even save you on the collabs, all right? I just want you to save a little chunk of change whenever you're trying to go get a new gym fit. And if you do choose to use my code, please send me a screenshot of your orders over on my Instagram. I love to see what you guys get, and I also love to see how you're gonna style some cute little fits, all right? I love seeing you guys wearing and repping Youngla, and I love being able to help you guys put some outfits together. So please feel free to send me screenshots of your orders and any Youngla pieces that you may get, because I just honestly, I love seeing them, and I just love you guys. I love talking to you guys and chatting it up about our little gym fits. All right, my taters, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you later, taters. Do y'all notice anything different? Anything out of the blue? Are you noticing anything strange lately? I'm just playing. I did get a new little tattoo though, and I also got a little J on my finger because I got tired of the little rubber ring all the time in the gym. So we got a little J for Josh and got a little flower thing that says growth. I don't know if that's cringy or not. Is it cringy to get the word growth? I got it and I was like, oh, it's so cute because I like drew it up, designed it. However, looking back, I think it might actually be cringe. I can take the roasting, okay? If it is cringe, just roast me on it, all right? I'd rather hear it from you guys than from complete strangers online, okay? Please tell me if I made a mistake. I mean, I can't do anything about it now. All of my tattoos, essentially, I got at a certain point in my life. And so I do think keeping all of my tattoos is something that I've always kept in the back of my mind, like whenever I'm getting them. However, I'm thinking about the wording on this one, and maybe the word growth is just a little bit cringy. I don't know. I didn't mean to like chat y'all's ears off or anything like that. My Snapchat family knows that I'm a yapper. At the end of the day, you can't stop me from yapping. I'm a yap your ear off. We have daily yap sessions over there. So if you're missing out on the yap sessions, you feel like you don't really know what's going on in my life, I am way more active on my Snapchat than I am on any other platform. We talk daily, okay? And we don't just talk about clothes. We talk about life. We even get Josh up in there. He does daily fit checks too. Okay, so if any of you guys are feeling like you're being a little left out, please feel free to go over to my Snapchat and you can get caught up on all the things in my life. Well, anyways, my camera's about to overheat, so I better say adios, amigos, before we lose all of this footage. So love you guys. Love you, love you, love you.